Hey everybody. So I hope this is working okay. We had some issues getting the live to work in multiple groups. I swear I did it a couple of weeks ago and now I can't figure out how to make it work. Hey Megs! So that's why the Australia page that I am live in right now sees me as Tyler and not Trista. That is my hubby's account. Last minute fix is I just added him to your group and I have both of our phones in front of me right now on live, which is really weird. So if you see me kind of looking side to side, I'm looking at both my phones. But we made it work, yay! Okay, so we're gonna talk tonight about WhiffBOXes, which is, I'm super excited to talk to you guys about this. I have been doing these for, I don't even know, almost a year. My first one was last summer, and they have been a business changer for me. So I'm super pumped to share with you guys how I do them and some tips and tricks that I've been doing. So excuse me while I adjust both my phones and make sure that you can all see me. So weird. There we go, that's better. All right, I guess I should introduce myself first. I'm Trista. I am a director out of Winnipeg, Canada. I have been with Scentsy for just over 7 years now. So I started in 2011. When I first started, it was more of a fund my own Scentsy addiction and hopefully make a little bit of money kind of thing. I was working full time and I had just gone back to work after having my first daughter. So I was busy. I was working a full-time job. I had a 1-year-old at home, and it turned out to be an amazing side hustle for me. After I had my second daughter 2 years later, we were able to make the huge decision that I wouldn't go back to work after my mat leave was up. I would stay home with my kids. So here I am, 7 years later. We now have 3 little girls, not so little anymore actually. They are, Caden, Taylor, and Avery are 8, 6, and 3. So I'm still crazy busy, but I am super blessed to be able to do this full-time from home. So I have earned incentive trips. I've earned 7 incentive trips now. Earned the Mediterranean cruise, but I won't be cruising. I took the cash, which was like the hardest decision of my entire life. But anyway, a little bit about me. I love home parties. Home parties are my jam. So doing something like a WhiffBOX and really focusing a lot on my Facebook VIP group was really far out of the box for me when I first started doing it. It was a challenge. I was never really huge on doing business on Facebook and things like that. I would rather just go to a home party. So this was totally outside my box, but I am absolutely embracing it and loving it. And it's a really great way to up your PRV. When I first started, I was hoping to do 1 box per season. So I would do a summer box and then a fall box and then hopefully a winter box. But they went over so well with my customers that I just ended up doing 1 a month. So it's at least 300 PRV for me. Well, between 200 and 300 PRV every single month just for my WhiffBOXes. So it's a great way to bump up your PRV. You should not base your business on things like this. We are in the home party business. Home parties are like the lifeblood of this business. It's what they were built on. So this is something to boost your business and keep customers excited with something new, but never should it take away from the actual home party part of our business. So, okay, so what is a WhiffBOX? If you don't know, a WhiffBOX is basically like a subscription box. So subscription boxes are huge right now. They are super trendy. FabFitFun, BarkBox, Ipsy are just a few that I can think of off the top of my head. People love getting a surprise box at their door once a month with things in it that they're gonna love. Different products that they've never tried before, things like that. So a WhiffBOX is essentially the same thing, but with Scentsy. You can call it a WhiffBOX. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Carla. Hi, Hi, Judy. You can call it a whiff box. You can call it a scent box. You can call it a scent crate, a fragrance box, whatever the heck you want to call it. It doesn't even have to be in a box. You can put it in a bag. Make it your own, basically, is what I'm saying. But it's just a really fun way. You can call it a mystery box. A lot of people have done like mystery box or mystery bag. Same kind of idea. But it's just a really fun way to bump up your PRV and keep your customers excited and trying new products. That is the whole point of this. So that is what a whiff box is. How do I find people to order it? Finding people to order your whiff box can be hard at first. It really, really depends on your customer base. I had a really hard time when I did my first one. So my first one was, I think it was a fall. I don't think I did a summer. No, I did a summer box. It was a summer box. It was in August. And I had a really hard time getting people to order it. I posted on my Facebook wall, I posted on my business page, I messaged all of my VIP customers in my VIP page, and I needed at least 12 to make the order work. And I ended up with, I think I had 6, and I just couldn't get those last 6. It just wasn't happening. So what I had to do is I actually had to message everybody who wanted a box. So the 6 that did want a box, I messaged them and let them know that if they want to share with their friends, add new friends to my VIP page and tag them in the post about my whiff box. If you can get 2 friends who order a whiff box with us this month, then you'll get your box for half price. That's what I did, and I just kind of ate the cost of the difference myself, but that was just the decision that I made. So a really important thing to remember about doing these boxes is that you are in it to make money. You're in this business to make money. So don't give them away. Don't devalue the product by making it too cheap. I'll get to that after. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Stick to my notes. Okay, so basically, just a generic post. I use Pic Collage and WordSwag. They're both apps on my phone to make my little flyers for them, and I'm going to post a bunch of those to show you guys when I'm done the video. But basically, I just put a generic post with a little picture on my Facebook saying, I'm starting my whiff boxes. It's a subscription box. It's super fun. If you want to know more about it, message me or comment here and I'll message you. You can't post what's in the box, and you can't post a price publicly anywhere. That's out of compliance. So just a generic, I'm doing a whiff box. If you want to know more about it, let me know and I'll contact you. Hey Nadine. Hi Angela. Hi Melanie. So just a generic post, and then I would just private message people and kind of explain in more detail what it is. So it's basically, it's like a subscription box, like your FabFitFun or your Bark Box for your dog, things like that, but it's Scentsy. And what happens is I send you a survey, and you fill out the survey and basically letting me know your preferences. So the scents that you love, the scents that you absolutely can't stand, if you have any skin allergies or things like that. And then you send your payment, and I order all of the surprise products and I tailor it to your preferences, and then I deliver a fun little box to your doorstep when everything is ready to go, and you get a box full of surprise products that I have personalized for you that I think you will love. It's really, really, really good to use products in these boxes that your customers have not tried before. So in my survey that I send, I use Google Docs for my survey, Google Forms. I will post my survey here for you guys to check out too afterwards. Just make sure you don't actually fill out the survey because I have all of my customer info in my results and I don't need to know your scent preferences. But I use Google Forms for my survey, and I have questions in there about what types of scents they usually like. What are their absolute no's? Like, do you hate vanilla? Can't stand lavender? Let me know. And then I also ask what products they have already used from Scentsy. And then I'll list warmers and wax, diffusers and oils, Scentsy Go, things like that. So that I know which ones they have and haven't used yet. And then I can put specific things into their box that they haven't used, but I can maybe give them a hand cream in their favorite scent. So the point is to expand the products that they use and get them hooked on more things. Laundry products are really great to put in these ones. So how do I order the product? The way that we work it, the way that I work it, is you do it as a party order. And the way that you get the price to be a really good deal is you use host rewards as well. And that's why I say I needed a minimum of 12 people ordering my box to make it work. It's usually between 10 and 12. I usually just say 12 just to get 12 orders. Even if my box is a little bit higher priced, I can get to a minimum party with less of them. I usually always just say 12. But basically what I do is I go into my workstation, I open up a party, and I just play around on my workstation in a party order. I will kind of jot down the specific products that I would like to have in each box, and then I'll play around with my party order and my host rewards to figure out the best price to get all of that stuff for. So the price breakdown changes. The price breakdown and the price point of my box changes every month depending on the products that I'm putting in it. I have done $20 boxes, I have done $65 boxes, and I have sold them all no problem at all. So it really is a good value, and once your customers realize that it is a really good value, they will continue to order them over and over and over again. Off track, but I'm realizing I forgot to say something. I wanted to mention that my first box, I had a really hard time getting people to order it, but once I delivered my first box to everyone, they were all posting pictures of it on Facebook, and their friends were commenting, oh my gosh, what is this? I need one. How do I get this? And my next box, I wasn't planning on doing it until 3 months later. I ended up doing it the next month, and I got 12 like right off the bat in one day when I posted about it. So it really is, once it gets going and you get people hooked on it, it becomes easier and easier to get those monthly orders. And a lot of people might think that it's a subscription box means that they have to commit to buying it every single month. They absolutely do not. It's a totally no pressure, no commitment. You buy it this month and not next month, whenever you want. And I usually go with a theme as well. So there's a different theme every month that gets people kind of excited. Okay, so how I order the product. So let's say I want to do, it's in my notes on my phone, so I can't even look at it. Let's say I want to do a bar and a car bar and a small jar of washer whiffs in my box. What I would do is I would go into the party order and I would just enter, I would do all of the 3 packs of washer whiffs at regular price until I get to 200 PRV. And then I'll add in as many 6-pack of bars as I can using the free credit and the half price items. And you just kind of play around with it so you can get 12 of each product into that party order using all of the host rewards and your perpetual party reward. So basically just getting yourself the best price that you can. And then whatever your total is for that party order, including taxes, divide it by 12. So if you get, $32.50, I would round it to 35. I always like to also figure out what the actual product individually would cost them with taxes, just to kind of compare and make sure they're getting a really good deal, but it usually ends up really good. So let's say like they would pay about $42 regular price with taxes for all of these individual items, but they're going to get them in this box for 35. Okay, I'm going to read comments. It's easy to change. Is it easy to change what you put in if they do order each month? Yes, I do completely different every single month. And I'll go over examples of that soon. So I'm going to try my best to ignore the comments for right now, just because I get like squirrel distracted. So I'm going to stick to my notes and then I will go back through the comments. So if you have questions, please, please, please add them in the comments. I want questions. Questions are awesome. But I'm going to try and ignore them for now to get through my notes first, and then I'll answer questions at the end. Okay, so yes, so we do it as a party order. It's very important that if you have your minimum number of boxes that you need to sell to make it work in that party order, that you do whatever you can to get to that minimum number of boxes. Don't sell yourself short. Don't spend money on this. You're giving up your host rewards. Yes, you're getting PRV and commission back on it, but you also don't want to spend all of that commission on the difference in price if you don't get enough people ordering it. So very, very, very important. I really want to stress that is don't just do 1 or 2 whiff boxes. Make sure that you get enough to cover it and to make it worth it. You want to make money. If you don't get enough people, I would offer referrals. And I've done this a few times. I usually give people a good 2 weeks heads up. So I will post, usually only in my VIP group now, I'll post about the upcoming box. You know, it's going to be, my May one is a unicorn theme, which is super fun. I'll show you it in a bit. But I'll post, you know, the Trista's May WhiffBox unicorn theme, $45. I need surveys and payments are due by, I think I did May 1st, and I posted it mid-April. So I gave them a good 2 weeks to decide if they wanted it or not, fill out the survey, and send their payment. Once they filled out the survey, even if they haven't sent their payment yet, I'm pretty much taking it as they are ordering it, and then I'll just send a reminder about the payment the day before that I say the payments are due. So if you don't get enough by that time, or if it's like, you know, 2-3 days until your payment due date, I would post again and just say, I've got 4 more spots I need to fill for my May WhiffBox, or I can't make the prices work. Share with everybody you know. Feel free to add friends to my VIP group. And if you want to know my referral bonus, comment and I will message you. And then I usually message everybody who's already filled out the survey, who's already ordered the box, and let them know that if they get 2 friends to order the box with them, so 2 friends who have never ordered my WhiffBox before, ordering the box with them, they'll get theirs for half price. That's how I do it. You could throw in an extra freebie. You could say, if you get 1 friend to order a box with us, I'll add in a free bar to your box, or an extra something. Whatever you need to do to get there, basically. Excuse me. All right, so that's how we order it. That's how we make the price point work. And I said I usually round up a little bit. So like if the price breakdown worked out to $32.50 and I round up to $35, they're still getting a good deal because they would have paid more for that individually anyway. And that extra like $2 I'm going to use for extras. So I'm going to use it to buy the boxes that I put all the product in, the tissue paper. I usually do a few little extras in the box as well. Nothing big. At Halloween, I did a few little chocolate bars. My very first one, my summer box, I had a little mug, just a coffee mug that I got at the dollar store. And I have a friend who has a cricket, I don't even know how to say that. Anyway, the vinyl making machine thing. And I had her make just some quick little Hello Sunshine decals, and I put them on the coffee mug. My on the go, I did an on the go theme in April, and I did Tic Tacs and mints. I figured on the go, that's what you usually keep in your purse. So just little things. You don't want it to be too big that it costs you a lot of money. If you're spending money, you want to spend it on Scentsy, so at least you get PRV points for it. And you don't want it to take away from the Scentsy products that are in the box. So that's what I would do with the extra little dollar whatever, if there ends up being a difference. All right, where am I? And yes, and don't devalue the product, so don't give it away for crazy cheap. Even if you get like 50 people ordering a box and you're like, whoa, I could do these boxes for like $20. If there's $50 worth of product in that box, you absolutely do not want to give it away for $20. Our product is valuable. And getting a few bucks off or getting a little bit of a deal is awesome and people love it. You do not have to give it away for nothing, because then people will expect you to give them crazy deals every single time you do these. So just be careful about how much of a discount you give or work out for them, because you don't want to go crazy and, you know, give away a bar for $1. Not that you would do that, but just as an example. And price points. I was worried at first, when I first started doing them, I was worried about my price points. I was worried that they were going to be too expensive and people wouldn't want to spend $50 on something that they don't know what they're getting. Surprise, they will spend $50 on a surprise box they don't know what they're getting. So I have done a couple of them where I have done 2 price points. Where I've done, actually my on-the-go box in April, I had a $35 box and a $65 box because I was worried that $65 was going to be too much. I've never done one that high before. But I had 13 people order the $65 box and 1 person order the cheaper box. So go with your customers, go with your gut feeling and your instincts and what you think will go over well. So when I first started, they were about $30, $35. And then when I did my Christmas box, I posted a poll in my VIP group and asked my VIPs if they would rather me do a $30 box, $30 holiday box, or if they would let me spoil them like crazy and do a $50 box, and they would get a lot of amazing products for that $50. Everybody said $50, so I did a $50 box. So go with what you think is going to go over the best with your customers, but it also helps to ask them questions and ask people you know what they would spend on a mystery box. So, extras, I talked about all the extras that I put in the box. Keep them small, cost effective. Always, of course, label everything that's in the box. And I always put in a product list, or I usually do the scent of the month flyer and a new scent of the month sample. There have been a couple of months where I've done like 4 or 5 samples of different scents. Like for April, when we first had our spring summer catalog come out, I did samples of 5 different scents, and I put 5 different summer scents in there, new scents for them to try, and they loved that. So, but keep it simple. You don't want to go overboard. And the themes are really, really fun. Do something seasonal, go with the seasons, a holiday box, a Mother's Day box, summer box. And then in between I have been doing, so let's see, I did my fall box. I did my holiday box. I did a winter box. I did a summer box first. And then I did on the go, spring edition, on the go, and then now I'm doing my unicorn box. And then I think June will probably be my summer box. Actually, I was thinking of doing a birthday box. My birthday is in June, so I was thinking of doing it like a birthday theme and give them my favorite products in their favorite scents, but just tailoring it kind of around my birthday, and then I could do a summer box in July. Anyway, have fun with it, get creative. There are tons and tons and tons of ideas for these boxes in the WhiffBOX consultant groups. I can post the links to those as well in the comments when we're done. So there's a generic WhiffBOX consultant group which is lots of US consultants, but consultants from all over the world, and there's also a Canadian one. So I'll make sure I post those both for you guys to check out too. Tons of ideas there for themes. Okay, I'm going to pause and go over some comments and questions. What if you offer to get two to buy, and then you get more than your 12? How does it affect your pricing? Oh, well, I mean, if you get more than 12, your price is going to go down because your host rewards are going to go up. So that's never a bad thing. Yeah, if you get more than the 12 that you want, you can cap it at 12. You can say, I can't take, there's only 12 available. And that's kind of exciting too, because it kind of creates a sense of urgency there and people don't want to miss out. But if you do get more, it's your order is going to get higher, but your host rewards will get higher. So technically the price for each box is going to drop the more of them you get ordered. So I always just tell myself 12 is the minimum to get. I think the most I've ever had is 16 in 1 month, but and then if I'm giving them their box for half price for referring friends, I just kind of eat that difference and cover it myself. But if 3 people get 2 of their friends to add on to it and I end up with more than my 12, sometimes it'll kind of work itself out and I don't actually have to pay anything for their half price box. So, Mel, did you find these boxes generate additional orders from the people that buy them? Yes. So, I try and change up the products in my boxes every month. So if I do a laundry product in one box, then the next month I won't do a laundry product. The next month I'll do a bath bomb or, some of the body products. And then the next month I'll do an oil. I typically only put an oil in a box if I know the person has a diffuser. Not necessarily our diffuser, but if they use oils. But yeah, I try and change it up. But it's working really, really well for me because it's getting these customers to try things that they haven't tried before. Counter Clean and Scentsy Fresh have been huge for me in these boxes. I put a Counter Clean in my spring cleaning one. and I have had so many orders of Counter Clean. I don't think I've ever sold so much Counter Clean ever. And same with Scentsy Fresh. It's getting them to try products that they probably wouldn't have thought to purchase on their own, and they're loving it and they're ordering more. And same thing with scents as well. If they give you an idea of like the type of scents they usually like, and you can look up in their customer history too, the scents that they've ordered before, and you can suggest new ones for them that you think they'll like. That's always a good thing too, is to kind of expand their, what's the term I'm looking for? Expand their Scentsy repertoire, I guess. But yes, so always try and do new products that you haven't done in the previous box so that they can try something new, and it will get them hooked, and it will get you more orders, and more parties too. So, and also I'm noticing that it's usually the same 12 people, give or take. I'd say I probably have about 20 people who order my Whiff Box. And then I usually get between 12 and 14 ordered every month. So every once in a while, someone will skip a month, but then someone else orders that month, and they kind of switch it up. So, hey Mel, they never know when the next box will have one. Yes, exactly. And if they like something that's in their box, they will most likely order it afterwards, after they try it. So, okay, moving on. My survey. I told you a little bit about my survey. I use Google Forms. Google Forms, if you've never used it, is amazing. It is completely free, totally easy and self-explanatory to use. I'm going to post the link to mine. Again, make sure you don't actually fill out my survey, but have a look at it and see how I did it. And then you can just go into your own Google account and make your own. They're really, really easy. They are really, really fun. You can do so much with these Google Docs. I haven't even hit the tip of the iceberg with what you can do with these things. But it puts all of your customers' answers to your survey in a really easy to read little spreadsheet, so you can see everyone's answers very easily, and you can go back and check on it later too. So I will share that with you guys. One thing that I want to note though is don't copy mine word for word. You want it to be you want it to be authentic. So change the wording up, change the questions. If you're a joking kind of person, make jokes in there. Make it you. Delivery. Let's talk about delivery of your Whiff Boxes. So my Whiff Boxes have all been local so far. And that works really well for me because I can deliver it face to face. And I think it's a really, really great idea to deliver products face to face in person. I have not shipped these out anywhere yet. I've had a couple of questions about shipping them elsewhere in Canada, but I haven't actually had one ordered yet. So if you want to do that, that's totally up to you to look into the cost of postage and stuff. But make sure that you don't, again, you want to make money here. So make sure that you're not saying you're going to cover the cost of postage and then it'll cost you $20 to send it and you ended up losing money on it. Make sure that you tell people that they will have to pay a little bit more if they like it shipped directly to them. Delivering things in person, and this goes for just general Scentsy orders anyway, but delivering things in person is huge. We're in the relationship business. We're not in the sales business. Our businesses will grow and build and just take off if we are really, really good at creating and maintaining relationships with people. And relationships with people on Facebook can be great, but relationships face-to-face, being friends with your customers is really, really important. So delivering things face-to-face, don't just drop it on their doorstep and run back to your car. Knock on the door and say hi. Hand them their box yourself. Say hi to their kid, pet their dog, a little small talk about the weather or whatever. Doesn't have to be anything about Scentsy, doesn't have to be over the top, doesn't have to be, a half-hour conversation. I usually have kids waiting in the van with me when I'm doing my deliveries, so it's always quick and to the point, but it really makes a big difference to deliver it to them and hand it to them yourself. And it gets them really excited too. And oh my gosh, people are so excited when you knock on their door with their Whiff Box. It is ridiculous how excited they get. I love it. I love Whiff Box delivery day. It is the best thing ever. If you can do your deliveries during the week, during the day, and deliver to people at work, that has been awesome for me, because if I walk into an office building or Oh gosh, I've been everywhere. A car repair place, an auto pack, insurance agent, lawyer's office, wherever they work. Walk in with this box all wrapped up and smelling amazing and hand it to them. They're going to open it at work, and all of their coworkers are going to see them opening it. And you are going to get a text or a message or a call 20 minutes later saying, can you come back with catalogs, or can you come back with testers? So that's awesome. I love doing that. Definitely one of my top tips is deliver it to them at work if you can. Bring them a coffee. Do you know what I mean? Make it personal. Like I had a customer once who, it was WhiffBox delivery day, and she posted the day before that her dog had passed away. And I knew her favorite thing in the world was a Tim Hortons French vanilla. So on my way to drop off her WhiffBox, I picked her up a Tim Hortons French vanilla. I mean, whatever. It cost me $3. But she was just so happy. And it really, really does make them realize that you think of them as a person and not just someone who's going to buy from you all the time. So make it personal. Little things like that make a big difference. Okay, getting off track. Okay, customers posting photos. So, and I'll show you this when I show you my box, but I usually always do a little thank you for ordering my WhiffBox tag inside the box. And it has little instructions on it. And then I usually always put, take a picture and share the love. Make sure you tag me. People, you are not allowed to post pictures of the contents of your box. Technically, this is a personal special. So you're not allowed to post a picture publicly anywhere on Facebook with the contents of your box or with pricing or anything like that.
It's hard to open.
Hi, kiddo.
There's 2 stories in here.
It's bedtime now. It's too late.
I know. I'm stopping.
You want to say hi real quick?
There's 2 phones there.
There is.
1, 2.
This is Canada and the US, and this is Australia and New Zealand. Your face is all over the world right now. Okay, go to bed. I'll write down your reading minutes for you. Go. Close the door behind you, please. Thank you. Good night.
I want you to read half of that, but it's a good story.
Okay.
Night.
Good night. Love you. Sweet dreams.
Bye.
Don't let the bed bugs bite. Sorry, guys. Where was I? Oh, okay, yes. So technically you can't post pictures of your box, the contents of your box yourself. But if a customer posts it, that they're just so excited that they got their WhiffBox and look at all the awesome stuff I got in my WhiffBox, and tags you, you can't stop them from doing that. And it can be huge in terms of getting you referrals, because make sure they tag you, and make sure you pay attention to those posts that you're tagged in and read the comments and see who liked them. And then I usually just comment afterwards. If anyone else is interested, I can add you to my VIP group. Let me know. And that's where I share all the details about the WhiffBoxes. And I have got so many new customers from this. It is ridiculous. So, paperwork to include. I'll talk about that after. Okay, so I'm going to show you my box now. And then I'll show you my WhiffBox, and then I'll finish my notes. I feel like I'm so organized. I normally don't have notes. I normally just kind of just talk. All right, so I'm going to post pictures for you guys of all of the boxes I've done so far, just so you can kind of see how I change it up and go with different themes. Usually my WhiffBox is in a box, this exact box, but there have been a few that I have done in gift bags, again from the dollar store. You don't have to spend a whole ton of money, but my Valentine's Day one was in a cute little pink gift bag, and my on-the-go one I did in a brown kind of paper gift bag too. So the packaging and stuff, you can do it however you like. I call it a box, but it's not always in an actual box. These boxes I find are perfect. They are the cheapest I have found. It's not like a crazy sturdy mailing box or anything. I wouldn't want to send this in the mail to ship it, but it works perfect for this. It will hold like counter clean and bars and stuff without kind of caving. So this is perfect. And I'll show you the packaging for them. I get them at Walmart. They are Hallmark. It's a set of 3 gift boxes, and I pay $4 for 3 gift boxes. So these are perfect. If you're in Winnipeg, in my end of town, don't go to my Walmart and buy them because they usually only have 3 or 4 packages on the shelf. So that's where I get mine. Don't steal mine. And then what I usually do on the outside is I usually have twine or ribbon or something, and I'll wrap it up really pretty, and then I'll put a little tag on the front with my WhiffBox logo. So this is basically the same little flyer thing that I share on Facebook when I'm sharing about my WhiffBoxes. I did this on Pic Collage, and again, I will share pictures of all of them, and I know it's backwards for you guys, and you can't, I'm trying to show both phones. And I would just tie that on with ribbon. I'm going to do like rainbow glittery ribbon or something. I haven't found it yet for my unicorn WhiffBox. But when the customer opens it up, there is, so I got it all wrapped in tissue. I hope you guys can see this okay. Got it all wrapped in tissue, and there's a little note sitting on top. And it's just, thank you for ordering my WhiffBox. And then instructions. Open your box, jump for joy, try everything, and then share the love and tag me. And at the bottom, I put a referral bonus. I always like to add some sort of a deal for them to get, some sort of a coupon or percentage off the next order or things like that. This one I did a referral bonus. If you refer 2 friends who have never ordered my WhiffBox before, who order the next box, you'll get your next one for half price. So that's just the deal that I wanted to add in for this month. I have done, when we first came out with our new spring summer catalog, I did basically a coupon for 10% off their first spring and summer order, and it had to be in March or April. And then I also put on there, if you want to host a spring party or a spring sip and sniff, you'll get a free mini warmer. So there's different ways that you can do these, but I really find that it's great to always have some sort of a coupon or deal in there for them to use next time they want to order from you. All right, so we're gonna open this up. And again, with my theme, I've got rainbow colored tissue paper in this one. I'm gonna open it up, try not to mess it up too much, and show you. So this is my unicorn themed box for May. You can see that. So I'm giving them the Believe in Your Dreams Nightlight. Oh, sorry, Believe in Your Dreams mini warmer, nightlight plug-in, whatever the heck you want to call it. And then I've got 3 bars of wax in here. I'm trying to keep it with like a rainbow theme for unicorns. My product for these boxes hasn't arrived yet, so I just pulled these out of my stock to show you what I'm putting in here. But the ones I actually ordered for this box are Candy Crave, Shimmer, and Sugar, which are like the perfect colors for a unicorn box and the perfect names for a unicorn box. And then if anyone doesn't like sweet or fruity scents, then I just order them different ones in the same kind of color scheme. But, and then this is super cute. I just look on Pinterest. Free printables are amazing. You will find so many things in there. So this is just a free printable that I found on Pinterest. I printed it out on cardstock, and then I've just got it taped with tape to the back of the bar. And then my little extras, I've got a bag of unicorn poop. It's just Skittles, but it's cute. It's got a fancy little label, unicorn poop. And then I also found, I haven't bought them yet, I have to go back and get them this week, but I also found chocolate unicorn horn made out of chocolate at Bulk Barn. So I'm gonna go back and get those to add that in here as well. And then I haven't done my samples yet, but I'm gonna do a flyer, Scent of the Month flyer, my magnetic business card, my Scent of the Month flyer, and a new Scent of the Month sample as well. So that is my unicorn box. I'll put this back together. Oh, I lost my notes. Give me a second. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna look real quick and see if I missed any questions. She has grown, Mel. It's ridiculous. She's only 8, but she's a full head and shoulders taller than everybody else in her class. So she's like the size of a 12, 13-year-old. They grow too fast. Okay. I can't get it back together now. Whatever, I'll fix it later. So presentation is really, really important, I think. They have to be very excited to get it and to unwrap it, right? It's like a present. Even though they paid for it, it's like a present for yourself. Okay, so the things that I put inside, I talked about the coupon. Following up is so important when you do these things. Just like anything, when you drop off someone's order, or when you drop off a new catalog or a new sample for someone, you want to make sure that you are following up with people. No, Mel, I don't. This is only the second box I've done with a mini warmer. I usually don't like to do warmers in them or too much wax, because I feel like wax and warmers is what people always buy anyway, and most of my customers already have quite a few warmers. But I just love the whole theme of the unicorn this month, so I went with that. And the other time I did it was a holiday one, so I gave them each a holiday mini warmer. I usually don't do warmers, but no, I don't give them the box. I just do the warmer. I just think it's prettier to unwrap it like that. The box doesn't fit in this box very easily, so I would have had to use a bag. I take the little instruction booklet out of the box and I tuck it in there with my flyers and everything. So, okay. Follow-up. Follow-up is so incredibly important. Just like anything else you would have sold them, it's really important to contact them the next day. I always do the next day, because you know they're going to open that the second they have it in their hands. They're not going to let it sit on the kitchen counter for weeks. They don't know what's in it. So I always contact them the next day and ask how they liked it. How did you like everything? What have you tried yet? I have yet to have someone not like something. I have had one customer who said her skin reacted badly to the hand cream. She just gave it to her daughter. All good. I would totally be okay with exchanging something for someone if it was, an allergy issue or a scent they just can't stand or whatever it might be, but I haven't had that happen yet. But very, very important to follow up. And when you follow up the next day and they tell you how much they love it, make sure you remind them that they should post a picture of it and tag you in it. And then remind them of your referral bonus too, so they can get friends to order your next box and they'll get a better deal or an extra freebie or something. Another quick thing I want to say about delivering your boxes. I learned this the hard way. If you plan on delivering your boxes yourself locally, it's a really good idea to try and do them all in the same day. And that's kind of hard for me sometimes because, like I said, I usually have littles in the back of the van with me, so we do a lot of potty breaks and a lot of snack breaks. Every once in a while, we'll find a park that we drive by and we have to stop and just get them out for a little while. Scentsy deliveries are tough on kids. But it's very important to try and get them all done in the same day, because you're asking your customers to post pictures of their boxes afterwards. Even if you're not asking them, they're going to post pictures of your boxes afterwards. And my customers will post in my VIP group. It's amazing how they've just become friends with each other through my VIP group, and they didn't know each other before this. Well, they'll post about, oh my gosh, I just got this and I love it so much, and what did you guys think of your WhiffBOXes? And they have their own little conversations going on. It's amazing. But I did one box where I was only able to deliver, I only had like an hour and a half before we had to get to, I think it was swimming lessons or something. So I delivered half of my WhiffBOXes on one side of the city. And then I planned on doing the other half the next day, but life got in the way, kids, all that kind of stuff. And I ended up not delivering the other half of my WhiffBOXes until 4 days later. And at that point, I felt really bad for those last half of my customers, because the first customers that already had their boxes were posting it all over Facebook and all over my VIP group. And then it wasn't really a surprise for the customers who got them later. So if you can deliver them all at once, that makes a big, big difference. Okay. VIP group. I've talked a lot about my VIP group throughout this. If you don't have a customer VIP group yet, I highly recommend it. It's just a really fun place for your customers to be, where you can share fun things. I usually always tell people, My VIP group, my business page is my business page. It's a way for people to find me on the internet, find me on Facebook, message me if they don't know me, things like that. I will post the Scentsy specials and promotions and things like that on my business page. But my VIP group is where I make all of my sales. My VIP group is a really fun place where we can build on our relationships and have fun. I don't post all Scentsy in there all the time. I usually tell people it's a place where I post the first sneak peeks of new stuff. So if you want to know first when something new is coming, you want to be in my VIP group. And it's really, really, really hard for me not to post new stuff on my personal wall and Instagram and everywhere else. But it's really important that that VIP group has value. So I will post sneak peeks first in my VIP group, and I will wait at least until that evening, if not the next day, to post it publicly everywhere else. I will make samples every time I get my scent of the month. I'll make samples and I'll post in my VIP group, making samples of the new June scent of the month. Who wants one? I don't do that to everybody else. Only my VIPs get that. And then I'll either drop it off if I'm going to be in their area doing deliveries in the next little while, or I'll pop it in the mail for them. Don't post Scentsy all the time. Again, you want to be friends with your customers. You don't want it to be all Scentsy all the time, where they will stop paying attention when you pop up in their notifications. So fun little GIF games that you see on Facebook, or, you know, make up what's your unicorn name based on the first letter of your name and the month you were born. Or even just post a GIF on how your Wednesday went today. And then people just post funny GIFs on how their day is going. It's a really great way to just keep it light and fun and friendly. And I find I get the most interaction on non-Scentsy posts in my VIP group, but then that keeps them coming back when I do post about Scentsy. So all of my WhiffBox excitement happens in my VIP group. So if anyone in my VIP group wants to get referrals, they will add people to my VIP group, and then they can see all of the details and all of the excitement around it. Don't add people to a Facebook group without asking them first. That is huge. I cannot stand when people add me to Facebook groups. And I might like your product. I might want to buy something from you, but if you add me to your group without asking me first, I'm going to leave group. It's just a thing. It's not right. It's not Laurel, it's Yanni. Oh my God. It's Yanni. But yes, things like that, just random funny things that you see on Facebook. Post them in there. And you can do games. There's all kinds of games that people would usually play in Facebook parties. Which warmer would you put in this room, or guess the scent, things like that. Those are really fun to do as well. And every once in a while I'll say, post your favorite Scentsy product. Post a selfie with your favorite Scentsy product. And I will pick someone to get a bar of the scent of the month or whatever. Again, you can't say that in your group, but they kind of know when I say you'll be glad you did, is how I usually word it. So post a picture of yourself, post a selfie with your favorite Scentsy product in my VIP page, and I will message one person who did, and you'll be happy you did. And then I'll message them and give them a free bar of the scent of the month, or whatever it might be. So just little things to keep it fun. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I have on my notes. If anyone has any questions, I'm going to check the comments in both groups really quickly and see if anyone has any questions. All right, I don't see any more questions. I think I've answered all of the ones there already. If you are watching this as a recording, please comment with your questions and comments and questions and concerns, and I will be happy to check back here and answer them later on. When I log off the live video, I am going to post my Google Doc, my form, my survey for you guys to check out. Don't fill it out, make it your own. But just to have a look and see what I put in there and how I make that up. I will also post a little album of pictures of all of my WhiffBoxes and what I've done, what I've put in them previously. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It's really awesome to have actual real life people watching and talking and asking questions, and I'm really excited to see what you guys can do with this. So I want to know if you have done a whiff box or if you're doing your first whiff box. Tag me in it, send me a message, post a picture in our team page here and share with all of us. I want to know how they're going for you. And again, if you come up with any questions or anything as you go, let me know. I'd be happy to help. All right. Have a wonderful night, everybody.